Welcome everyone to a in-house league game here. We have we have a banning draft game once again, as we have Sate versus Dude captains here for this one. And on the Legion side, Sate has drafted himself Snooky, hello, Platycris, and Shorcan here. And on the Hellborn side, Dude has drafted Sunkbob, Blore, Haha, and Bilbo. And we see the two bans for each side going to be Moraxis and Arachna. And then we have Fade and Witchlayer out of this banning draft pool. So again, not the normal captain's mode pick for tournament rules. We have the banning draft mode here, where we will see the first pick going to be Andromeda. Then we have Pandemonium and Rhapsody coming out for the Hellborn side. We have Zemplar into Zephyr coming out on the second and third picks. Again, no more bans going to take place. We will just continue with picking throughout the rest of the draft here. So 2 picks coming up for Hellborn. We'll see what they decide to go for here. But the Zemplar already quite the different hero. We don't really see him a whole lot on the competitive scene. They go with Legionnaire and Soul Stealer. Pretty greedy lineup to say the least. But again, they have a Zemplar and a Zephyr. I don't know if they necessarily could punish the greed from the Hellborn side. They have quite a lot of flash farmers now being picked up. Again, in the last balance patch, we had Soul Stealer get a little bit of a nerf to his Staff of the Master, some cast speed as well as some souls. But again, still a very powerful staff effect. They're going to go with a Clanks here, so a Tricore in the making. They're shadow picking the Myrmidon, which means we could have like a Clanks tri-lane. They're going to go with Emerald Warden, I love it. Shortcan definitely, I think, wanted that Myrmidon, but perhaps maybe saw the Emerald Warden and was like, yeah, I like this. I can staff the Clanks or the Zephyr later on in the game, even get staff maybe given to me, then he could give a bird to the bird or a bird to the guy who flies around like he's a bird. So we could have a lot of bird action this game from the Legion side, and that kind of excites me because I love the staff Emerald Warden. But I think it is going to be a second support Emerald Warden. I would be very surprised if they ran a jungling Emerald Warden. I don't know if Shortcan's too familiar with that one, but it definitely does not farm as fast as something like a Legionnaire in the jungle. But we have Myrmidon here coming out. So they pick up the Myrmidon on the Hellborn team. It was being eyed up by the Legion side. I see them mentioning carry Myrmidon in the chat. That is true. The Myrmidon staff did, or Myrmidon in general kind of got a buff recently where his damage is no longer capped to his ultimate. He gets 70% of the excess attack damage that he has as magic damage as well on top of that flat damage value. So that does allow Myrmidon to be a little bit of a better scaling hero if he is ran in more of a farming capacity, which I definitely like that got added to the Myrmidon's ultimate there. But let's see how they run this. I think they're going to run the offensive Legionnaire tri-lane. And again, Legion doesn't really have maybe the best heroes to contest this. They have an Andro, an Emerald Warden, and a Clanks, but for now, the Emerald Warden is going long lane with the Zephyr. I think we will see Emerald Warden TP bottom to help the Andro and the Clanks against the Legionnaire tri-lane, which they're going to run Nede on the farmer here. They got Bilbo with the boots here, or the Marchers picked up on the Myrmidon, and then we have the Rhapsody being played by Dude. So we have Lilac, or Platycris, actually playing the carry Clanks here. Sate is going to be playing support, which is not usually his role, but I know he likes to play support from time to time, as he is giving up the mid lane to Snooki here. Definitely a very, very powerful mid lane player himself. So sometimes you have too many powerful players on a position. One's got to concede to the other.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? I got Dutch joining me. He's in the lobby here. He's going to be co-casting with me. So, Dutch, I don't know if you saw the drafts by the two teams, but what do you think of the two lineups coming out here? This was a banning draft game. Oh, right, I'm muted on Discord. Right, I'm muted on Discord. Stupid me, as I'm talking to you and you can't hear me. That's pretty
Yeah,
Pepega from
Lars,
my
why
side.
was I not flying? Am I just
Pretty
really rude or?
pretty Pepega on my side. So basically what I said was, I'll just repeat myself since you didn't hear me. Did you end up seeing the drafts? Again, this was a betting draft game.
I went for a cup of coffee, so not entirely actually.
Okay,
But I was
so
actually expecting them to do the lane snare cutting of the lane. Oh wait, they did actually. Oh, never mind.
yeah, they're
Oh, they
doing
went
it
all the way here.
behind the tier 2 tower. Usually we see it like between
Yeah,
tier 1 and 2. So they're
yeah,
trying to be
because
extra sneaky here, which I like.
uh, the nice thing if you do it like at the behind the tier 1 tower is that you can also farm the small camp and the medium camp.
Right.
Which is, and another thing I really don't like about the Legionnaire here is him not getting double buckler. Because the lane creeps actually
Yes.
still hurt a lot if you don't get double buckler, but if you do, the lane creeps just won't do single damage to you.
Yeah, I would like to see him pick up a second buckler, like you pointed out. And
You don't even really need a hatchet if you already
true,
have like supports with you.
true. You can go for like the full sustainability with damage block and regen, going through the early life tube and eventually the Helm of the Black Legion. Typically, we see with this kind
Yeah,
of a strategy. But they're deciding not to rotate the Emerald Warden for now. Do you think we'll eventually see him leave the Zephyr in a 1v1 against the Soul Stealer and kind of port down here, or do you think they're fine with getting
maybe. I
farm
mean,
on
the
the
Clanks is
Zephyr?
getting full XP and farm
Hmm.
at the moment, so they might just be fine with that. Leaving a Zephyr solo against an Soul Stealer is kind of scary because Soul Stealer actually does a lot of damage with the
Yeah,
hands.
that is true. So
But
they are porting
they
him
are
down
actually
here. We have the
contesting it
wheat
right now.
field connecting here. Double fishes coming in from Bilbo. Legionnaire gonna avoid the trap here, but he will go down. And
And
they're gonna try to make it a second kill here.
Yeah, Shorkan not leveling the Q here is kind of painful to me, because
Yeah?
the silencing shot it deals about 110 damage for 60
Okay.
mana. It's one of the most efficient spells mana-wise
Right.
that Emerald Warden has. So
Well, alternatively, you get to hit two wolves. You deal 180 damage when you're facing like a try-v-try. You still like the idea
yeah,
of the silencing shot?
the Q is just so much more efficient. I don't know. The W since it's
Yeah, from a mana standpoint, I could agree.
the W also like doesn't actually deal full damage if they're out of range, so it's a bit eh. Oh, actually top lane. That might be a kill on the Soul Stealer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Emerald Warden
He got
actually rotated back up here.
he got queued into the tower for like 1 or 2 hits there, and then just did the rest.
Hmm.
But yeah, the Legionnaire is gonna start farming real fast right now. And he actually does go for the life tube, probably going into a straight Hunt Black Legion.
They actually
Which,
bring down the Zemplar here. They had a double damage run on their Panda. The supporting cast
yeah,
rotating in. They are back down here in the jungle though. They have the stack, so they want to take these with Legionnaire. And
yeah.
again, Emerald Warden's top, so they're doing this kind of 2v3. And here comes
The
Zemplar now.
Clanks, yeah, Clanks not just staying in the lane is actually a mistake, in my opinion.
They're
Even
gonna take
though,
out the Rhapsody here. Oh, they get the counter kill though. There's the apple from Snooki on the Zemplar. His bottle charges, trying to stay alive here. Maybe do some jukes as he goes in with that schism, the fractal field. Sorry, I don't really know this hero too well. The wall of mirrors comes out there. He does eventually die, but it's a double tap coming out for Shortcan. They clean up the tri lane, and they only lose the Zemplar there. But yeah, you were gonna
and
say
the Emerald
something?
Warden actually leveling the Hunter's command here is something I definitely don't like.
Yeah, he goes
Especially
2
in this
points.
case. Yeah, like I think you can like if you get 1 mana potion, you can actually farm the small camp yourself as an Emerald Warden because the E does a decent amount of damage. I think around 200
Yeah.
damage. 2 traps and you can farm the triple stack. It also means that Legionnaire cannot farm it anymore, and you just get a shit ton of XP and farm on yourself. So
I actually talked about when they picked it up before you joined me here that Emerald Warden can actually jungle if you know how, but I don't think Shortcan maybe has experience jungling with Emerald Warden. 'Cause I
oh, he
was
does a
actually
bit.
I was actually mentioning that in the pick phase, but I
Oh,
figured
mid
that
lane.
with the Tricore they would be running him as a support. Yeah, he's gonna get punched here by the Pandemonium. Kind of wants this kill, but has the safety net of his tower here. The Magikarp going to take out the Emerald Warden. Wheatfield does
Oh,
connect
well
here
played.
on the Zemplar. Pretty good Wheatfield coming in. There's the face smash to help secure the kill. And they will take out 2 players here.
Yeah, he actually auto-attacked that trap, keeping him alive. So that's a really good play by Sungbot there.
Oh, nice. I'm glad he caught
Legionnaire,
that.
meanwhile, just cleaning up the stacks in the jungle. And it was actually an Invis gank from Emerald Warden middle. He had picked up the Invis rune from bottom, just run middle and just stayed there, but they didn't really have the damage to kill the Panda here. And they might actually be killing the Legionnaire if he's not careful enough.
Yeah, he's getting very low from this hard camp stack. He gets taken out by the Hunter's command here. Actually, Andromeda gets credit for the kill. And they're trying to turn it around and get another kill here. Yep, Clank's coming over. Could definitely seal the deal for them. Myrmidon out of mana. He's going to get auto attack down here by the Clanks. And actually, Sate gets credit for the kill. And he takes out another one. He's going to pick up a hat trick. Sate doing his best Mex impersonation here. Picking up the trio of kills from his cores. He's up to 340 gold per minute himself.
Only KS
the towers. Okay, so maybe not Mex, but here comes some punches in the middle lane, punching Zemplar into the tower. We'll see if they can turn this one around. Regen rune on the Emerald Warden. He's gonna miss the trap, unfortunately. Sunk just a little bit too good under his dancing skills as he avoids that one. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we got Typhoon down. They're gonna take out the Soul Stealer as he almost took out the Zephyr, but perhaps ran out of Demon Hand power. And Zephyr gonna get that kill there.
And it's definitely gonna be a dead bird here.
Myrmidon going for the Magikarp. Fish to the face takes him out. Does pick up the helm though before dying.
We don't really see Myrmidon picked up that much anymore, do we?
No, we actually have seen him kind of fall off the meta a bit. I actually saw Shortcat shadow picking the Myrmidon on the last pick, and I talked about how that is a hero he loves to play, but ultimately they did decide to go with the Emerald Warden. Because oh yeah, it could very well be. There's the Aurora coming out and the Comet's done. Andrew gonna maybe get counter killed here. He has the Apple and the Power Supply, 4 charges, but here comes Snooki. Gonna try to get some counter kills on the Zemplar. They do take out the Rhapsody, and Andromeda, he's gonna go down to the fish here from Myrmidon. Face smash coming out on the Emerald Warden, holding him in place, and there's the final punch to take him out. They bring down the legendary streak, and they clean up the Zemplar. So they do overextend here for the Legionnaire, and the Rhapsody ends up being a 3 for 2 in favor of the Hellborn side. But meanwhile, Clanks takes out the tier 1 tower. He's all the way up to 525 gold per minute, so I guess this lane cut strategy didn't shut him down at all.
He has stacks in his jungle as well.
Yep.
That's like they made. Oh, actually, Legionnaire might be running for a while, but I think he's gonna run into someone maybe here. He's really banking on the fact that they don't see him, which is.
Oh yeah, he's being really aggressive.
But yeah, the Legionnaire like not actually doing Legionnaire, just stupid way that I call it, is a bit awkward in my case, because what it gave to them, right, is they could just pull the camp that they had into the small camp and to the medium camp, meaning that's top lane.
Yeah, Zephyr trying to stay alive here. Double damage Soul Stealer. Myrmidon waveforms in. Has another Magikarp coming up, and I think Zephyr is dead. He's going to throw out the Typhoon, but no TP's coming in. Typhoon not really the best placement as well. So, Panda also dying in the mid lane to the Andromeda and the Zemplar. Legionnaire trying to get a counter kill here. He's in Decapitate. He's in Decapitate range. I'm a little bit surprised. Yeah, he didn't go for the dunk there. He's got to charge up in 10 seconds. And here comes Clanks. He goes for the taunt. Hasn't used it yet. Oh, he might get the Clanks, actually. He needs one more hit. He's got a charge coming up. Who does he want? Oh, he dunks Snooki. That's the target he wanted. No, he doesn't have a TP. I think Clanks might win this battle. Does have to be careful, though. His Pandemonium's coming over. He's going to go for the flight here. Here comes the stun on the Pandemonium from the Andromeda. And Nede actually kind of boxing out 2 people by himself. That's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah. I mean, the Legionnaire and the Soul Stealer here have a lot of overlaps since those are kind of heroes that just want to farm stacks as much as possible. So the Legionnaire is kind of looking for stacks in other positions, like in the enemy jungle and stuff. But I do actually really love the fact that they picked up the Soul Stealer, because I think the Soul Stealer hero at the moment is still really underrated. I think it's potentially really powerful if you just build it in an you get a PK in it and that kind of stuff and just like fight with it, right?
A lot of the times we see like PK Storm Spirit, sometimes even like spell
like,
shards or Grimoire power, like bulking up his spell damage. There's the Soul Burst coming out.
Yeah.
They take
If
out
you get a
these
staff on a zero, you don't actually need a Storm Spirit anymore. You can just like PK and ultimate instantly. And
Oh
you
yeah,
become really
true.
tanky.
Yep, I agree.
Maybe like one, if they have like something like a bubbles or whatever, then maybe you need just one stun, but it's still, it's nothing compared to like the ults, or like the pre-staff ultimates. It's significantly faster.
So Chris did a classic pull 3k gold and then right click Thunderclaw on the Clanks. He's gonna have that now to work with. Continues to be freely farming. We have a fight in the mid lane though. Panda can actually cannonball defensively here. Looks like they are not looking to take this fight. Is Legionnaire gonna go Helm or is he just gonna go for PK at this point? I mean, he is only 265 GPM.
Yeah, I mean, I usually, when I do I used to do this crap a lot, right? The Legionnaire stuff. The meme Legionnaire stuff, whatever you want to call it. Because, you know, I like a little bit of meme shit.
Ideally, you get like, what, like a 5-minute Helm or something?
Yeah.
And you just
that's
get
when,
that
like,
straight away.
Well.
Right.
You usually get like 600 GPM, but that's because you're also farming the small camp and you're farming the medium camp. And right at that moment, he was just farming the lane with like 2 supports near him.
Yeah.
While like every now and then also farming a camp while being boxed out by the supports, which is just kind of awkward, really.
Yeah, and he didn't buy the second Bugler, which we talked about, so he was taking lots of damage.
Sunglove actually almost getting a kill on the Clanks there. The Clanks flying, just not flying over the cliff.
Unfortunate. Clanks can be frustrating or in early game, trying to catch him. Has a lot of mobility.
And they're not really close to a PK, and they are getting close to a PK on Legionnaire, which with level 2 taunts does actually like amount for a little bit of a decent bit of lockdown. So
Zemplar is a hero we don't see a lot of on competitive scene. What kind of items do you think we'll see Snooki builds?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no clue.
Do you think like he goes like a staff and staff's like Emerald or Zephyr and he goes for like the extra clone? I think he actually gets two extra illusions on staff.
Yeah.
Is that worth it? Or is this hero just kind of dealt too easily with by Arcane Bomb?
Or with a Soul Stealer ultimate.
Oh yeah, they could also staff. Well, he's buying his own staff. I guess just noticed that. So he's going the route that you were suggesting. Here comes the Legionnaire PK timing though, and Soul Stealer getting very close to his staff.
But though you could also go for like PK into staff, because the PK doesn't actually the PK doesn't. Sorry, the staff doesn't actually really farm your.
Swap comes out on the wheat field. Legionnaire jumps in. Here comes the Soul Burst doing some good damage. They take out the Andromeda first, and they're gonna get the Zemplar and the Emerald Warden. This fight went very well for Hellburn as they were grouped up as 5. Yeah, 3-for-0 fight. They outnumbered them completely, having Zephyr and Clanks not there. So double damage Panda also helping the cause.
What I don't like, however, is the Soul Stealer going for Ghost Marches and like no mana item. It really like limits the amount of farm you can actually take. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for Steam Boots on that hero, I guess.
Yeah, maybe he feels like he wants to leave the jungle for now to Legionnaire, but again, he's got his PK now. You could probably see him be a little bit greedier in terms of taking at least some of the camps. Maybe not all of them, but...
Yeah, and Soul Stealer does have a staff right now.
Yeah.
So he is actually really tanky.
Typically you want to see him like flash farm, not... Like right now he's just static farming, he's not even pushing out the lane with hands, which kind of makes him a little bit more vulnerable. We see them already trying to make a gank attempt on him up here. And he currently has no vision of this, so...
But he does, however, have haste.
Yeah, we'll see if that kind of keeps him alive here. Maybe he is going to use that. We have Zemplar going to force out a pretty awkward wall there. There's the stun from Andromeda. And they're actually going to take him out despite him having the haste. Here comes the taunt from Legionnaire on the Zemplar. We see the face smash coming in, locking down the real Snooki, not the fake one. So good job from Sunk there. And they definitely punish the dive here on the Soul Stealer. They get 3 kills in response.
Yeah. Actually, a question from my chat. Someone asked if he gets the bird from Warden, the Templar. That's like, are the birds also clones? I don't think it works that way, right?
I don't think so, no.
I think like only if Emerald Warden gets like an illusion made of him, the birds actually work. Because I know that like if you have an Emerald Warden with like a Geobane and you PK on top of someone and then use Geobane, like all the 3
work?
birds actually does. It's like no. Because like the bird that you give to someone, it doesn't actually work with you. I'm pretty sure. Then like the new illusions that you spawn,
It has been changed?
Yeah,
Oh
but
boy.
like, okay, so for Emerald Warden it does work. For people that Emerald Warden gives the bird to with ultimate, it doesn't work. Pretty sure. I tested this. Because I was planning on memeing with this stuff.
Yeah, I think you're correct about that.
So otherwise I would just pick a Sandrate and then give the bird to the Sandrate. And like every Sandrate illusion that would be spawned would
Yeah,
like do 300 extra
that
damage.
sounds really broken.
That sounds really fun. So if it worked that way, I
no,
would
not
definitely
fun.
use
That
it.
sounds really
Yeah,
toxic.
fun.
Toxic.
What do you think? Like, toxic is my fun just from different perspective.
Well,
And at least you're actually going for the ultimate Legion still.
I did also talk about, again, another thing before you joined, how they have Zephyr, Emerald, and then Clank's kind of role-playing as a bird. He flies around. So they just have
Yeah,
so many... They have the bird team, yeah.
They need profit, man.
Yeah, that's true. I don't... Yeah, I think he wasn't in the picking pool, sadly. But that would have been pretty sick.
That's an early Kong.
And Myrmidon's actually kind of tanking this quite a bit. Oh, he tanked it too much. Bilbo did a... I won't say it.
You can say it. It's accepted by fleet at this point.
Bilbo did a Dutch.
There you go. This shit's gonna haunt me forever, isn't it?
I have to say it, man. Chad. I just have to. You're farted from time.
You guys hiding down here? What the fuck?
Yeah, we're doing a cast.
I mean, he's trying to do a cast while also just like silently flaming me.
Yeah, well, also flaming my co-caster. So he actually went for the helm after the PK on Legionnaire, which I guess. I mean, it is late, but it's gonna bulk him up for when he jumps in.
I mean, I would just get like a barbed armor at that point maybe, because you're not really planning on farming stacks anymore anyway, so it's kind of whatever.
I think so. I think you could have maybe aborted the whole helm mission. Went for something else.
Plank's actually picking up the Energizer is something I really do like. Energizer kind of gives you the mana that you need. That's like a Lightbrand would otherwise give.
Okay,
so it does provide 75% mana regen, meaning it can actually use your Q to farm. Which is kind of the big upside of the Lightbrand, right?
Oh yeah. It's almost like we're going back in time, because we were seeing so much Clank's Dawnbringer. Now we're seeing the Thunderclaw kind of valued again.
Oh, that's
Was that a swap into the Emerald Warden trap? That was a really nice coordinated gank, because he had a Hastrian, so if he was able to activate that, he might have been able to run away.
Yeah, he got stun locked anyway by the Andrew.
Yep. So that's the Jade Spire picked up.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the Zephyr's actually gonna get, because he's steadily farming. But again, like him and Planks,
maybe he goes to stab.
He could.
He has enough gold for a barrier, which he's not currently thinking about. I think they definitely could look to get that later on against the Soul Stealer, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe staff for now,
okay,
bulk
but like
him up.
a lot of the damage is also just coming from Panda and Legionnaire, which is all physical. Meaning that I won't actually mind him just getting armor items for his team right now.
Oh my god, Emerald almost died! Shortcan, well... He was gonna make Bilbo feel a little bit better, but yeah, he actually got slowed on the Kong. It was really close. One more hit would have done it.
Yeah, man. If only his team was there to bail him out. Oh wait, they were. Unlike some people.
man.
I will say in my defense, right, that every time I try to conquer, it's because my team left me alone.
It's always the team's fault. That's the.
It is definitely the team's fault.
It's definitely the team's fault. Snicky's going Ice Brand here.
Because this is not a debate. This is just me spitting facts. Alright. There's not room for like nuance in here.
Let's see.
So is he going Frostwolf Skull here on the Zemplar?
I don't know, because I don't play. Or
Yeah,
see
I don't know either. Alright,
So
I'll throw another
like something
counter
like
question
an,
out though. What about
I was
no
thinking-
Arcane Bomb yet on Hellborn?
Yeah, that's a bit awkward, isn't it?
I think one of the supports should probably either
I think
Mermy
if I was
or...
playing Myrmidon, I would definitely have gotten Arcane Bomb, because Wheatfield plus Arcane Bomb actually clears.
You can also farm
More-
creep waves with it, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
you.
And
on
Myrmidon
that
is one of those heroes that you can't really farm creep waves with otherwise. And they're actually getting. Oh, they're going.
Oh, Panda's going in pretty YOLO here. He's gonna run into a trap. He's gonna fall. That looks like the rest of the team wasn't on the same page. Now the Typhoon's down. Good tablet coming in from Mermy. We'll avoid it. But Legionnaire getting caught here in the trees. Maybe Clanks ran into him there. Does have the barbed armor picked up, but it's not gonna net him any kills. And Rhapsody should be fine here. She ports out, no stun coming in from the Zemplar, of course. So maybe not the best coordinated fight here from Hellborn. They kind of went in a little sloppily.
Yeah, so the Panda won in, and afterwards I don't know if the Zephyr, he may have cancelled some PKs. I know that the Legionnaire actually got queued back into the he got queued by the Zephyr back into the fight there. Oh, and actually that's the Clanks.
Myrmidon actually solos the Clanks? Was he low?
Yeah, the Clanks
He
was
must
really
have been
low
low.
from the barbed armor from Legionnaire.
Oh yeah, so he was a bit too greedy there, farming down.
Yeah, I guess he didn't really expect them to still be there, which is, I mean,
Definitely making
It's
up for his
understandable.
Kong death though. That's a big kill for the Hellborn team. They are down still by 5k gold and 6k experience, but killing the Clanks will definitely help their cause. And Soul Stealer, you know, he's been kind of quietly farming. We haven't really talked too much about him, but he's 530 and has his portal key with his staff, working on what I believe to be the Shrunken Head now. Definitely a solid
Zephyr actually
choice.
picking up a PK. What do you think about that?
I don't feel like they need that though. I feel like they're fine with him just being like a frontliner, and
Yeah.
maybe, I mean, obviously they lack initiation here on Legion, but is a PK on Zephyr gonna really remedy anything that they lack? I feel like if anything, they still have the tablet to kind of get people out of the Typhoon. I don't know. It feels kind of awkward for me, to say the least, to have a PK on the Zephyr. Maybe he'll be looking
Yeah.
to build into like a sheep stick or something, and then it'll be a little bit better. But at this point, I don't foresee it being like all that impactful.
No, I
Maybe.
would maybe like the minus magic armor item.
Oh, the Mad Mage.
Mage.
Yeah.
Because
Against Legionnaire Panda, it's quite good. I have to keep remembering that that item is
Wait,
better
top lane,
now.
where'd he go? No. They actually tried to go in on one of the illusions from the
That
lane.
was actually funny. Classic was mentioned 47 times.
Oh, don't forget to join, because like everyone else in is already joining.
There was
I don't know if
a
you're playing
Frostwolf
next
Skull picked up. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll just cast another one. Thanks for the reminder, though. Maybe somebody else wants to join the queue.
Because I'm always late with it.
Yeah,
Some people
I even
just,
see
like-
some people from the game voting early and maybe joining when they're
Yeah,
not
exactly,
supposed
dude.
to. Yep.
I'm just not busy with it. I completely forget always. I'm always missing the games as well, because I'm just like. I don't
Oh,
know,
here we go,
just, like,
Typhoon on
multitasking.
Soul Stealer, but there is the swap on the Andromeda. He actually used the Soul Burst on an illusion, kind of maybe preemptively.
I don't know what happened.
I think he was not expecting it to get offensively swapped by Sate. That's like a next level 200 IQ move there, which kind of disrupted his Soul Burst counterplay there. But we see a nice Weedfield landing onto 2. We'll see if they can counter here. There's the jump from Legionnaire, but he didn't jump a real hero. He gets only the illusions here. Clanks gonna get locked down as the Decapitate actually whiffed there. They are gonna bring down the Panda and the Myrmidon Legionnaire. Gonna probably be the next victim here. He's stuck in the trees. He's gonna go down. This fight just very, very well fought here by
kind of
Legion.
awkward of them to choose to fight without the Soul Stealer there. Which, I mean, it's just a bit. Why would you do that? But I will say that the Flanks actually played that really well, because it's not that the Legionnaire missed. He actually timed it well, so that his Geobane was activated the moment that Legionnaire jumped in.
Did he disjoint the
making
Taunt with
him-
Geobane? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't catch
making him
that.
vulnerable.
Huge,
So that
huge
was
play from
really
Chris
well played
then.
from him.
Very, very good. But yeah, again, they took the fight without Soul Stealer, so it did not work out for them whatsoever. And the lead continues to grow here for Legion. Almost
Yeah,
15k
one thing I'm
gold.
thinking about right here is that if you actually get a staff on the Emerald Warden, which I do think they should actually.
Yeah.
The Soul Stealer like PKs in and tries to ultimate.
And without a
The bird will instantly cancel his cast of his ultimate.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but they actually, I think 2 patches ago, it was in the, I don't know if it was in the bug section or something, they actually fixed the bird from stunning through magic immunity. It does not stun shrunken targets anymore, but it still does. It still does stun if they are not magic immune.
Yeah. So I
Which
guess
I'm a little sad
if you-
about because I love Emerald Warden staff. But again, I think that was kind of powerful because there was not really good counterplay.
3-second stun, and it is a physical stun, technically, right? So
Yeah, I think so.
it does physical damage, right? So I would say the ability is physical. So I'm a bit sad about it as well, but it's still like very often the Soul Stealer will just like try to PK in and then go in with an ultimate, because the staff ultimate is so fast now that you can kind of do that. And Soul Stealer also not being at max charge right now is awkward, to say the least. And him missing all the last hits here is makes me feel like a better player. Thanks, Mate. He's doing this just for me. I know this. He makes me feel like less bad about missing all the last hits.
Zephyr picks up a staff, so we could finally see the upgrade to
Yeah,
which
I
I
think-
believe should be Emerald. I think he's got the best
Yeah.
staff upgrade here
I
out
think
of the.
like he just give the staff to the Clanks, because I mean, or even to the Zephyr might actually be fine.
Oh, you can give the staff to Emerald and Emerald Birds, one of
Yeah.
them? That's what you
Yes,
I think mean.
that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
give staff to Emerald Warden. Emerald Warden gives the bird to either the
Zephyr
well,
or
the
the
bird.
Clanks.
or the
Bird
Clanks,
to the
yeah.
bird or bird to the pretend bird.
Exactly. The other idiot that flies.
Yep. I agree.
Legionnaire on the fence. Why Legionnaire, look at him. He's hungry, man.
Oh yeah, he's in the position here. No, they have the ward,
have
so they
vision,
actually
right?
see the entire pit here, and he's gonna try to time this. Does he actually go for the decapitate on the Kongor? Oh my god, he does! Nede's gonna steal it, and he gets the token! Let's go, Nede! He's gonna sacrifice himself. He
That's
just popped
good,
that
man.
barbed armor. And we'll see if the rest of the team wants to take this fight as Pandemonium does jump in. Doesn't have a Shrunken Head, but they do lose Rhapsody off in the Legion jungle. Meanwhile, Clanks is here with the Typhoon down from Zephyr. They're going to take out the Legionnaire. Pandemonium, I think he was trying to do the cliff walk, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to do it down the cliff. And, well, ultimately probably was going to die anyway. Yeah, Soul Stealer, he was actually down in the bot lane, it looks like, or
Yeah,
the
he did
Legion
get a
jungle.
kill.
He got a kill on the Zemplar, actually. So Zemplar killed Rhapsody, and then Soul Stealer killed Zemplar.
Yeah, that's
Monkey
still a really
dead.
big play by Neda, I guess, because he not only took the Congo, he also took the token.
Right.
So
Actually timed that insanely well. I mean, to decapitate a Kongor is not the easiest thing. It is only a 600 health threshold that he has to wait for.
Yeah, they don't really have the biggest Congo damage team though, because like Planks, Zephyr, they all do magic damage.
So, as flashy of a play as this was, the Rax again still being knocked on here by the Legion side. They're going to get the melee. We'll see if they look to counter, as they are almost all 5 alive. Legion are about to respawn here. Myrmidon jumping in with the Magic Carp. Again, no Shrunken Head on the Clank, so we'll see if they can catch him. Pandemonium going to get common stun, but there's a tablet from the Myrmidon. They have no Typhoon from the Legion side. Here comes the taunt from the Legionnaire. They should be able to bring down the Emerald Ward, and here comes another fish on the bird. Will he be able to make the escape, though, is the question. We feel going to lock him down. And there's the swap, though, from Sate on the Andro. He's going to maybe sacrifice himself, trying to make the escape off on the back line here, but no, he will get taken out before the port can land. And, well, they did lose the melee racks, but it came at a cost of 2. We'll see what they can do here with the 2 support kills, if they can pressure
Yeah,
the
and
map here.
Zephyr almost has a staff upgrade here, so he can choose to do some good stuff with that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think like the thing that the Hellborn side is missing a little bit is some coordination more than anything.
Yeah, I think they definitely have like team fight presence with the taunt and the soul burst kind of combo, but
It just
they
don't
haven't.
seem to be 5, like, or like all at the right time when they really need it. Like the moment they went in the mid lane when the Soul Steal was dead, and the moment
Yeah.
when like top lane when the Soul Steal wasn't there. Given, I will say though that the Exemplar was also not there,
Right.
but yes, I think if they want to do that, Soul Steal should have definitely like hurried over a bit more than he did. But yeah, that's
So,
all like
yep.
hindsight, you know.
Yeah. So what is your thoughts on the Clanks going Shroud here? Again, it does definitely feel like a game where he can maybe skip the Shrunken. He kind of hasn't really been threatened too much.
No, I think he
Um,
definitely gets shrunken
you
still,
think he
because the Soul Stealer.
still should
I
go
mean,
for it?
so Legion had taunts, right? He gets swapped by the Andro, but the Soul Stealer can still just like PK
And
afterwards,
one shot him.
you,
Right.
and then one shot him indeed.
Oh,
The
Clanks is
actually
thinking about
looking
going
to
in
get
here on the Rhapsody. Here comes Zephyr as well. Pandemonium go for the counter. Here comes the face smash though. It's gonna be broken though. As the Soul Burst comes out, deals some good damage. The uphill miss though, I think. No, Emerald Warden will go down in the background. Typhoon is down, and they will bring down the Emerald Warden. Here comes the Decapitate though. Taking out the Zephyr, it looks like. And this was a pretty solid fight from the Hellborn side as they take out 3 for the Rhapsody. Arguably as good
Templar
as it's
not
gonna
there.
get. Yeah, Zemplar wasn't there. He was currently in the mid lane trying to go for a pickoff, possibly.
But yeah, you
But
saw that even though like Planks got actually swapped out, the Soul Stealer ultimate still did a decent chunk of damage. So are they gonna catch?
they have a TP stopper. Looks like they do. Magikarp gonna stun him up. Here comes the taunt, and Snicky will fall on the Zemplar. So although he did get the Pandemonium kill, it's going to come at a cost. Soul Stealer going all in on his gold tier, buying out a Restoration Stone, so he has the double ultimates. And I guess ultimately what this kill on the Zemplar did was distract them to port back, so they're not going to get at least any base towers for now. Um,
Yeah. But sorry, to go back my point. Because like the Soul Stealer ultimate has such a huge radius, and it's so easy to hit it on a Clanks that's like just has Shroud and like Cube. That he'll still be damaged so much that he can't go back into the fight because he's afraid of like the hands or whatever, just a little bit of damage and he'll be dead.
yeah.
So, and I think the Shrunken would have definitely helped him with that, because if you can get the Shrunken, even if like the Legionnaire and the Panda jumps you, you won't actually be nuked down by the Soul Stealer, which is the one like big burst of damage they have. While a Shroud does really only provide some gank potential for you. And a little bit of damage.
Pandemonium, he's gonna get stunned up here by the bird. He can't get the flick off as he's trying to initiate. You can see that definitely causing issues for him. Here comes the Soul Burst though, and they take out the Clanks. Here comes the Decapitate. Andro falls as well as Zephyr, and this was a big fight that Hellborn was looking for. A 3-for-0 fight. They're looking to make it more as Emerald Warden gets locked down by the face smash. And we got some game here, Dutch. There's a double tap coming in for the Legionnaire, and they only have buyback on the Clanks at this point. This could definitely be a Rax here, as we still have about 30 to 50 seconds on the respawners.
Yeah, note that the Zephyr actually did give the staff
to the
Warden,
Emerald.
And the Emerald Warden
And
gave the birds to Clanks, I
Clanks,
believe.
yep. It actually, the avatar for the Emerald Warden, it's kind of hard to see the bird, but I was kind of tracking it. He did have it on the Clank, so you are correct.
It's not really a bird anymore. It's more like a weird eyeball thing.
Yeah, I don't know. This avatar for Emerald is kind of strange, at least to me. It's got a weird looking bird. But we're gonna have the mid Raxes kind of evened out here. They're gonna get the full set though.
The Health Flower is a bit awkward, I would say, as well, because he only has like gank potential, and that's like the only thing he provides at the moment, I feel.
What do you think he
like
should
him
go
getting
for?
a Shrunken or something.
You think a Shrunken head?
Yeah, because like the Soul Stealer is still like the bulk of the damage. It's the same reason why you want to Shrunken on the Clanks, really. Because you saw like I don't know if the Andro was fast enough with swapping him out, but he got jumped by the Bleachner, I believe. And then his ultimate on top of it. If he like preemptively activates his Shrunken, he might still get jumped by the Legionnaire, but he won't get blown up by the Soul Stealer, and it gives the Andro a little bit more time to just get him out of that danger zone, right?
Yeah, I think a Shrunken is definitely good. I would like to see Zephyr, I think, upgrade his Barrier Riddle now. I think we're at that point where having the team magic armor against the Soul Burst could definitely help them sustain. But yeah, I definitely agree with your notion on the Shrunkens for both Clanks and Zemplar. I think they've kind of overlooked the magic damage coming out from
Yeah,
the
the burst
Hellborn
potential
side.
from the Soul Stealer is just higher than you expect usually. Because so 300 plus 30 magic damage per soul with 50 souls means that it is actually 1800 magic damage right on top.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like close to 2,000 damage. And
For ultimate.
does he continue to go into like the spell build, or does he at any point start to go into like a right-click Soul Stealer? Because we could see stuff like Grimoire of Power even being built to kind of further enhance the combo. I
Oh,
see the
Nida.
Legion team going for a Kongor. Are we going to see another steal? Oh, they have the Red War down, though. They're going to spot him out this time. He has an Insanitarius picked up, by the way. He activates the Barb kind of late.
But they
And he
are
does flop.
sacrificing the Kong here. They're snooping for
Yeah, they're
Dirty
trying to steal it. The Shrunken is activated by Soul Steal again. He doesn't auto-attack that hard. He's going to use his Soul Burst to take out the Kongor. Here comes Zephyr with the Typhoon, locking down Pandemonium. He's stuck in a trap. He will go down. Here comes the dunk, though, from Legionnaire, taking out Shuriken on the Emerald Warden. So they do use that buyback for only an Emerald Warden kill and securing the Kongor. Do you think that ended up being worth it in the end for the Hellborn side?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. Killing the Kongo there is preventing the Legion side from taking Kong and getting a token is definitely something they're interested in. Also
Yeah, I
notice
agree.
that like Clanks just has one more minion actually following him. That's probably part of the
There's the
reason why
bird.
it's so hard. Yeah, it's the bird and the dog, and then you also have the Goon Squad, or whatever it's called. Attack drones? Attack drones.
Yeah, I liked it better when it was called Goon Squad. I think it was called that at one point, actually.
Yeah, I
Now it's
remember it as well.
ATK drones, which that's a weird name.
Yeah, it's like
Call ability.
it's just like a pun, right? So the Q is called the BANG, and the
The
W
bang.
is called the Hawk, or
Everything's
you know.
abbreviated, yeah, except for
Yeah,
Lackey.
I think yeah. That's actually the flavor text is also saying what it is, except for the attack drones actually.
Mhm.
The high altitude wing kite and the blinding anti-noob grenade. I didn't actually know that one. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wait, what's this?
The bang
Oh,
is called
the flavor
blinding
text?
anti-noob grenade. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually hilarious. And then high altitude wing kite observatory. What the hell? I actually never noticed those. They're just pretty funny flavor text.
But
Um,
it's kind of like unflavorful that the ATK drones are not having the flavor text. Unplayable. Actually unplayable.
um, are you still surprised that there's no arcane bomb on Hellborn? I mean, they've been dealing with this Exemplar almost rather effortlessly, I want to say. So
I
they've
don't think they need the
proven
arcane
that
bomb
they
because they
don't
haven't.
really need it.
Yeah, they haven't been dealing with him at all.
But they also do have Geobane Clanks. I mean, is that something to consider as well, like the illusions? Or are they just really just getting taken out by the Soul Burst and kind of maybe in a sense helping the Legionnaire get more spins off?
I think it's definitely still a really good pickup. Oh, Lilac actually. Wait, who these?
Was he AFK?
This was AFK.
That kind of
Well, they said ready, so
yeah. If anything, that's
that's
to the
definitely
fault
on
of the
Legion
captain,
side.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not to point specific fingers, but it's the team's fault as a whole, I
Yeah,
guess.
Sat said ready, right?
I guess they could maybe have like a gentleman's agreement to let him
Yeah,
live.
I think that's the plan here, right?
Yeah, if they all agree, I mean, I don't see why that's not allowed. But
Like,
I mean,
if this was in a serious game, I don't think you would see this. But since
Right.
it's just an in-house, right?
yeah, we could definitely see a gentleman's agreement here. Kill intro and reset. Bilbo's definitely the spy, or the what's it called, the imposter.
I think it's called Imposter.
Imposter, yeah. I don't actually play that game, but yeah.
I haven't. I bought it. I got really confused by it in the first few seconds, and I got bored by it.
I can see why people like it, but I never personally myself got into that game.
Like
But
you
yeah,
have to have a large group of friends to play that with.
people
Oh,
are
and
either
actually
sus or the imposter.
Yeah.
I just know those two words.
So, like my experience with that game is basically everyone calling out Chris for being sus, and then Chris getting upset because everyone called him out for being sus for no reason.
I guess you
And then
can
he
make
stopped playing the game.
frenemies very fast.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's just a fun game in general, but it's a bit too much like banter and not enough actual game for me to actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think like one of the main reasons for how it became so popular in the first place is because it's a really convenient game for people to multi-stream, in that like you can streamers like kind of connect with each other, right, in a way that they can basically share their exchange their viewership.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah,
So-
it's a good analogy. I like that.
I
Or I
think a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
or like bigger streamers kind of started playing what is it called Among Us, just because of the fact that it kind of interchanges your viewership so much.
Yeah, Hellborn gonna take a fight here again with Soulstealer having a lot of gold. He's gonna go with the Soul Burst. Doesn't do that much damage. A good fallback coming out from the Legion side, and we'll see if this deters Hellborn from taking a further engagement here. As the Andromeda, I believe, did swap somebody out. She will sacrifice herself. Here comes the Typhoon down though. Rhapsody gonna be taken out here. I think if you're Hellborn, you want to reset here with
Also,
the
that has the
Soul Burst
Strength
down.
and the ultimate up, because you use the Resto Stone, but you're choosing not to go in, even though the Clanks has no shrunk in it. It's awkward.
Yeah, maybe
Really
actually now
awkward.
that I think about it, maybe they could have re-engaged, but ultimately they kind of were hesitant, and it ends up being a hat trick for the Clanks. This was no buybacks coming in from the Legion side. I want to get your opinion on Hellborn's decision to take a base fight here with Soulstealer pooling around 5.5k gold at the time. I feel like that's not what you want to do.
Oh, wait, is this a dead soul stealer?
Oh yeah, this could be a solo kill coming in from the Zemplar, and they are going to bring him down. So here comes the Portal Key Hellflower combination from the Zemplar. They take out the legendary streak. Now he does have both his buybacks, but again, is there really
think a
anything outside of
Nullstone,
maybe Grimoire that he could go for? Or do you think a Nullstone?
Nullstone could be good if you want to deal with the what's his face. And otherwise, I would honestly consider getting a sheepstick.
Sheepstick having the refresher, the Resto Stone,
Yeah, and a PK.
and a PK, yeah. Definitely could be
It
a
allows
viable
you to
choice.
solo kill people like really easily.
I thi-
And
Mhm.
I mean, for the Clanks, they still have the Andro, but Clanks is largely magic damage even at this stage.
Oh, there's the
Um,
Nullstone. Yeah, he agrees with you. I was just so set in stone on this magic build that I kept thinking Grimoire to myself.
I mean, the magic build is just so you have like impact in the early game, right? Kinda if you
Right,
compare
okay.
it to something like the Dampier, which I think you can to some extent. You could indeed like really focus on that like late game burst potential. You can also just like transition into a
A right clicker?
physical damage carry.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have -6 armor on the E. You have like extra 50 damage, and you just like make them low with your ultimate, and then just auto take them down to the rest. That's why I also like just the steam boots with Soul Stealer, because it just gives you the damage that you need that you otherwise, or the attack speed that you need. I mean,
Yeah, because I mean, I think we can both agree that he's not really right-clicking very... I mean, he does deal 300 damage a hit, but he's not the scariest right-click presence with this build.
no, and
Whereas
the Zephyr is
coulda
just really
definitely went
tanky
for-
against him as well because of the 45% evasion.
Oh yeah, the windshield.
Clank's going for a Hellflower.
Yeah, he's gone very aggressive item, so again, he hasn't gone the Shunk in this game. Went the Full Gandro into the Hellflower, gonna be definitely more of a combat style of Clank's build.
And the Zephyr not really progressing items. Oh, they're going in.
Pandemonium jumping in. He still doesn't have his Shrunken Head finished. See if they can keep him alive. Here comes the Protective Melody preventing the Zemplar damage. Soul Burst on top. He did use the Restoration Stone now with the second chunk, and he's going to use the Soul Burst right away. Now, they have not gotten any kills on the Hellborn side here. It's going to be once again disaster. So the Soul Stealer, as flashy as like he did get the 2 Soul Bursts off, he didn't ultimately kill anyone. He more so kind of tickled the frontliners, and they ended up losing 4 people.
Ultimate on both the Exemplar and the Zephyr kinda. And like the thing you have to realize about the Soul Stealer ultimate is that it slows down really big in damage the further you get away from them.
Right, so it has to be on top of them for it to really for them to feel
like
the brunt of it.
the way they've initiated in the past little while with the Panda with no Shrunken going in really YOLO a couple of times has been not working out. They do sometimes bait out like the Andro swap, which is the one thing they really have to protect the Soul Stealer, but the Soul Stealer just has not been on top of these how do you want to call them? As the follow-up, and actually almost getting him there. The Nullstone actually saving his life there.
Raindrop's gonna go down here with the second buyback from the Legionnaire. Zemplar didn't have his Hellflower up, so the Legionnaire able to charge him. There comes the Decapitate. Andromeda maybe gonna get caught here, but at the base, I mean, Clanks is just taking out the melee racks, and he's gonna get it with the illusion there from the Geobane. Looks like they're not interested in taking a fight here, as Hellborn is currently 5 players. Just with the port out on the Zephyr, and he will be successful. Clanks and Emerald Warden though, still gotta make the escape here. See if Legionnaire doesn't go for anything. Not sure where they are. Here comes a Dust.
One of the things they have been lacking actually is
oh, Andrew's gonna get caught here.
Remember not actually buying an eye here, I really do agree with, and I like actually a lot. Oh, Legionnaire.
Yeah, he caught the Clanks actually. Oh my god, the barbed armor did so much damage! He's gonna maybe buy a Rejuve potion here. But Clank's gonna definitely have to use his first buyback, I would say, to hold this Rax. They are currently down the mid rack, so this would be the second one, which is exposed. Uses it right away in preparations to defend this.
Does have Shrunken and ultimate up because he used it.
Andromeda might also have to buy back here. She's gonna go ahead and use it. Legionnaire jumps in, does get stunned up by the bird. Here comes the Typhoon down though. Clanks is not really auto attacking the most though. He does get swapped, I believe. And they do lose the Andromeda after the buyback. Here comes the fish, only gonna land onto the Zephyr. Myrmidon's gonna go for the TP. Does have a Hellflower, not available for 3 more seconds on the Clanks, and he does port out on the Myrmidon. Meanwhile, they do get the Legionnaire and the Rhapsody. Again, no buybacks on the Legionnaire. He's currently 2 out of 2, so he is staying dead for 70 more seconds. We'll see what the Legion side decides to do. I don't think Soul Stealer, was he even there for this fight? Or,
yeah, okay, so what happened there?
Probably was there and then just ran away, right?
Okay, so the Clanks went around through trees, around the bottom melee racks, and kind of like positioned himself in an aggressive spot.
Okay.
The Myrmidon with the eye was actually around a little bit near the top of the stairs.
Oh,
and he actually scouted out the Clanks. The Clanks got jumped by the Panda with a W and a face smash.
Oh, and then the swap
came in. Actually in a really awkward spot. And at that exact moment, the Soul Stealer peeked in right on top and used ultimates. But at the last moment, the Clanks actually got swapped out with the Andro and putting him out of harm's way.
Ah, so this is a really good swap then from Sate. Definitely a good buyback from him as well. Pandemonium getting dove here in the base. Again, no buyback on the Legionnaire. There's this, I think a Symbol of Rage was just bought by Soul Stealer. But again, he doesn't have very fast auto attack currently. Going for another defensive item here. Has a trio of defensive items. And they did not get any kills actually. They just got the tower here in the top lane. Meanwhile, they will have to defend their base though. Andromeda trying to get the catcher on the Rhapsody. He's holding his ground. He's going to get caught in a trap, but he will stay alive for now as he gets his Disco Inferno off. Clanks going in on the Soul Stealer with the Hellflower, but there's a Storm Spirit aggressively on the Clanks. Typhoon is down. There's the tablet on the Clanks. We'll see if he can maybe hold his ground here. He's throwing out some bangs. Myrmidon and Pandemonium are on the run. Soul Stealer does not have his Restoration Stone. Actually, sold his Restoration Stone, I believe, for that symbol. So he has no Shrunken and no Soul Burst currently. They're going to lose the Myrmidon. He does buy back here as the full set of melee and range racks does go down in the bottom lane. Sate will fall on the Andromeda, and We'll see
Big
if
Saddle
Hellborn
Dutch
looks to
there.
re-engage here. Here comes Rhapsody blinking and getting stunned by the bird. And now Emerald Warden most likely going to get taken out here. He uses the Sand Scepter and the Energizer. He's trying to make the escape, but he will not be able to. He will fall. Meanwhile, the creeps are doing some good damage here at the Hellborn's base. They have a decision now to make if they want to go for some more pressure at the Legion base. But they do have to defend
Yeah,
at
these
their own base
solutions from
currently.
the Exemplar are actually proving to be quite a nuisance right about now, so they should have definitely gotten Arcane Bomb ready, and Legionary charging in.
Yeah, he's trying to taunt the Clanks.
Oh,
There
and
comes
that's
the
that
Soul
Clanks.
Burst, and they take out the Clanks. He does have gold for a second and final buyback should he need it. The Ultimate Warrior Streak coming in for the Soul Stealer. Legion are getting tableted. He's getting tossed left and right. He's going to try to hold his ground. Skeleton King. He's got the Insanitarius on. Meanwhile, they do lose the Myrmidon. He is without a buyback currently. Zemplar manning up on the Soul Stealer, but that will not work out in his favor. And now they're trying to get the Zephyr. He throws out the Sheep Stick. Zephyr's got a sheep, by the way. Here comes a taunt on the Legionnaire. Do they have a Melody? No, for 20 seconds. Legionnaire holding his ground. I feel like Zephyr should just man up and try to get the Legionnaire kill. I don't foresee him making the escape. Or maybe I'm wrong. He's got a portal key. He's trying to make the escape still. He gets
Last
swapped
missed.
by the Andromeda, and yeah, I'm definitely wrong. The decision to run was correct, and he will survive here. So that's why he was running. He knew Andromeda was coming to support him. So no kill on the Legionnaire, though. He will survive once again.
And this is so greedy from Soul Stealer.
You see the flick on the Zephyr. He goes down. Pandemonium going to sacrifice himself, as this was the second and final buyback from the Clanks. So we got 2 players without any buybacks, or 1 for each side now.
Yeah, important is that the Soul Stealer on the Hellborn side does actually still have a buyback left, so that's definitely big for them. I'm looking at the buyback situation right now, and the Panda finally actually finished his Shrunken Head, which is
That's a
pretty
big pickup for him. Yeah, he can get his face smashed off a little bit easier, and ultimately they can still use the Andro swap. But before we have some more action, I want to get your takes on Soul Stealer's decision to swap the Restoration Stone for the symbol, as we actually have a
I
jump here
don't
from the
know if
Legionnaire.
the Soul Stealer still has the Resto Stone in the base, which he might have, which is to some
Okay.
extent fine, especially if you have post haste, because you can like pour it
Post
out.
haste back to base, Restoration Stone, post haste back or something? I think he
Yeah.
did sell it. I think Umar is correct.
He sold it for the top team fight. Okay, fair enough. He did sell it and this, which I don't actually like. In
The
that
symbol
case,
feels kind of... It's weird to me because not only is it another defensive item, but he doesn't have like the best attack speed to kind of, quickly heal back up with it.
Yeah, I would have maybe actually preferred something like Wrist Shards here, because Wrist Shards a 25% crit chance, and the enemies with actually a really high amount of HP will do a lot of work in these fights, I think. So Kanjuro, maybe Kanjuro, yeah, and like a Wingbow could also have been fine, but Symbol's definitely not really the way to go here, I'd say. But yeah,
I'm thinking about it would be so nice if somebody could staff him, ideally against Myrmidon, but I don't feel like they are going to have anyone with any gold to staff him anytime soon. Because ideally, I
mean-
think you would replace the staff and have somebody upgrade you, but that's
yeah,
just
that's
really
definitely
far
something you
away.
want here.
He even sold it, I think. He sold it for a Doombringer. What do you think of that decision?
Sorry, what did he just sell?
He sold his staff for a Doombringer. They're feeling, I guess, in a very... What's the word here? Like, they're in a bind. They need to do something drastic.
Yeah, which I do get, because they only have one set of racks left. But I don't know if, like...
Aren't
That
they
is
in the
really
same
good
kind of
choice.
predicament? He doesn't really have a lot of attack speed. So,
Yeah.
obviously now he has a lot of damage, so he'll lifesteal more with his current attack speed, but...
If
Well, he has
anything, you might
1.3.
want to swap out the PK for a Gajuro or something.
Yeah, I think that would ultimately be a good decision, especially since he dropped the staff. He's not kind of ultimate based anymore. He's going for
Yeah.
more of the right click presence
I mean,
now.
Yeah, the ultimate is still good, but like the reason why you get the staff is ultimately not for the 10 extra souls you get.
You
but
get it
more
for the cast speed and the extra damage,
Exactly.
right?
The burst potential. I would
Yeah.
call
You know what's
And
funny? 20 minutes ago, I was gonna ask you, do you think Soul Sailor's gonna need to switch his items out? I didn't actually say it, but I was thinking about it in my mind. I was like, is he gonna regret going a spellcaster build because he's ultimately kind of their big damage dealer?
well, he went for a spellcaster build in the early part of the game, which I think is
Which it's
absolutely
good,
fine.
which it's definitely good. Like we're not saying
Yeah.
that that was a bad decision. No,
No, and I even like the rest though, because the Clank's not going for a Shrunken means
made the
that like the
Restoration
rest you
Stone
can
was
just
even
burst them
better.
down.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely thought that the Restoration Stone was quite good. I am a little bit
But
sad that he doesn't have it anymore, but
yeah. Like if you want to swap from like an that might be that Soul Stealer here if they go.
Not you in the game, you see them.
Oh
See,
really?
sorry. Yeah, we got game.
oh, am I losing my
Oh, interesting.
co-caster?
I'm sorry for disturbing, but I'm missing.
No, you're good. That's fine. Um,
I'm just gonna stay here until I have to leave.
okay. Hey, whenever you gotta go, it's fine. They're gonna go for Kongor here. I think Legion did their own Kongor, right? I don't know if we mentioned that, but that was done a few minutes ago.
Something like that. 2 minutes ago? Yeah, yeah. Which is, I mean, they're all actually getting stats right now, which I maybe would have liked movement speed on the flanks. Because, I mean, you have 20% movement speed from the W and plus 12% movement speed from the Jubane, so actually every point you get in movement speed gives you like, instead of 8, gives you like 11, 12, something like that. So,
We're talking about flanks?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
And
Yep.
the question is, do you think that the 300 max HP is gonna save you? Maybe, maybe not. I think the movement speed or even the damage at that point would be preferable. But
What do you
we
think
do see that
of Legionnaire took damage 5 times?
it's working with the Barbed, I believe, so I don't hate it.
Actually, yeah, I didn't actually consider that. I was thinking more along the lines of a spin. But yeah, obviously the decapitate, it doesn't matter if you have extra damage, it's still a set value. They need to be below 600 HP.
Yeah, so that might be like an reason to go for what's his face for HP. Then the Legionnaire can't really decapitate you as easy.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Flat HP values are good. But
They're
yeah,
actually
I
grouping
can
up
get
here.
behind him maybe going for movement speed. Especially since
also interesting.
we're having a long game here. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. Clank's not going for the Hypercrown at any point in this game. Well, he had the Thunderclaw for a very long time. I don't know, I like Hypercrown because in the team fights it bounces to everyone. And it just can't stop you against all of that.
I think he could definitely, when he has buyback, go for that as his, I guess his next item. Like finish out the last item he has before obviously replacing boots with anything. I don't even know if we're gonna get to that point, but I definitely agree with the Hypercrown notion.
Okay, I do think I
Have to leave.
actually.
Okay, well thank you for joining.
Okay. Good luck casting the rest. I don't know if anyone's gonna join you with the co-cast, but
Nah,
let me know how
not.
this ends.
Yeah, sure. So anyway, we have Soul Stealer with 4,000 gold. He has his last buyback that he has to save for. He's definitely not gonna, I think, go all in without having his last buyback. Here we have a Hellflower on the Myrmidon coming in from the Zemplar. Here comes a Sheepstick from the Zephyr as well. They're going to get the pick off onto the Legionnaire. That's 2 very good kills for the Legion side. Pandemonium trying to counter. Meanwhile, the Typhoon's locking down Soul Stealer in the background. Tablet comes in from the Rhapsody. But this fight has been heavily won by Legion already. Here comes Clanks. He was not even here for this fight. The swap comes in offensively on the Soul Stealer. Protected ability though from Neuter in the trees. Can to keep him alive. It will get stopped eventually. And there's the Soul Burst coming in. They will take out the Emerald Warden. And now Clanks also going to fall. So Hellborn holding their ground here as they do get 2 kills. It is going to be a 2 for 2 in the end. And they will be able to hold their high ground here at the top lane. So it was looking very good for Legion, but with that protective melody coming in from Dude, very well positioned. They are going to get some return kills there with the Soul Stealer. And we still have some game on our hands here. The Doombringer picking up 2 charges now. So it's going to, what does that do? That upgrades, I believe, 10 damage. So 20 damage in total extra on the Doombringer now. And we will see Legion continue to kind of split up around the map. Control the side lanes as well and continue to get items. As Snooki has 5,000 gold on the Zemplar. Gonna be interested to see what he builds next, as he hasn't had any item progression since his Shrunken Head. But actually, before we have some more action, I'm gonna turn the light on real quick. Right back. So we have a post haste picked up on the Legionnaire. Again, he continues to build into these kind of low tier of items, but valuing kind of that mobility here for the late game stages. Can definitely get behind that. No gold for a buyback, so definitely wants to spend as much gold of his gold as he possibly can. I think he could look to go into something like maybe a demonic breastplate. He could also be a staff candidate for somebody like the Myrmidon or the Soul Stealer at this point. Maybe he wants to sell either the Chalice or even the Helm of the Black Legion could definitely be an option for him. But also a demonic breastplate I feel like could be a good choice, as they have a lot of physical presence between Soul Stealer and Panda and himself. Bottom lane, we have an initiation here on the Soul Stealer. Here comes the Rhapsody. She's gonna get tableted, gets her melody canceled, but he gets the Shrunken Head off on the Soul Stealer. He jumps in with the Soul Burst, and they kill the Andromeda to start things off. Will they be able to get more kills here? The Clanks will hold his ground. They take out the Soul Stealer. The Doombringer is on the floor. Who will get the Doombringer? They're not even interested in the Doombringer. They want some kills, baby, as this game might come to a conclusion here. Clanks, is he gonna get locked down? He will, and Pandemonium will take him out. Zemplar, meanwhile, takes out Myrmidon at the base, and Snooki is getting the racks while this is all going on. They don't even care about the teamfight bottom lane. They're going to pick up the Mega Creeps. Sheepstick happening onto the Rhapsody here as Zephyr's trying to bring him down. He blinks on top of him. Meanwhile, Soul Stealer, he did use his final buyback. He is going to fall, even though the Rax dies, and this could very well be the beginning of the end. Pandemonium going to fall as well. He uses his first buyback. But again, the damage has been done. The Mega Creeps have been achieved here by the Legion side. And although they did lose their Clanks, who has no buybacks, the rest of the team going to be more than enough manpower to keep them from losing any potential buildings themselves here. So Soul Stealer is staying dead for 70 seconds. What will the Legion side look to do here? Will they just be relaxed and wait for the Mega Creeps to kind of do their thing? Or will they look to make any kind of plays here, as only the Pandemonium and the Rhapsody are currently alive? And we see all of the lanes being pressured here by the Legion team. See Zemplar build rotting into the base here. He's going to go for the Rhapsody. He will bring him down. And Pandemonium also being taken out as well. And that might have just done it. Typhoon comes out at the base. Legionnaire jumps in, trying to get a taunt. He's going to get sheep-sticked up. He's going to fall. And I think we just saw the conclusion here, as the Sacrificial Shrine will be taken out at the 1 hour mark. A very, very entertaining game, to say the least. But ultimately it does come to a conclusion. And the 640 GPM Soul Stealer with the Doombringer unfortunately doesn't prevail. The Legion side will take this one here.